What's up? So, as you see by the title of this video, man, I want to talk about the small things and why they matter, bro. Um, this book I've been reading called Atomic Habits, it really touch on that a lot. Um, Doing the small things, why the small things matter, bro. This is something that I've came into the realization of how much it matters very recently. In about the last maybe 2 years. As I, talked about in a video I did before, I used to do, Forex and all of the things like that. Um, I was real good at it. In order for me to get real good at it, I had to, apply this principle. And, a lot of athletes and a lot of people who real good at their profession understand this. Whenever you're trying to get good at something, bro, a lot of times we think we gotta have this one magnificent day, this one thing that's going to do this one big thing that's going to turn us into an expert at whatever it is that we're trying to do. That's why, a lot of the times we leave our rooms dirty until one day when we just clean it up and then to get back dirty all over again because we're not practicing the habits of keeping your room clean, the small things. I'm starting to realize as I've started to practice this, as I started to practice this principle, I guess you could say, I realized you have a certain status, you want to acquire, a certain goal you want to reach. Realizing that, success does happen very quickly, but those people who are successful have put in work continuously, day for day, every day. That is something I realized. People who gain success so fast is because they doing so much work every single day. Small things. They're taking care of things that we tend to look over. As you're doing stuff, you get those little thoughts in the back of your head like, man, I'm gonna just let that slide. That really ain't important. It's cool, I'm gonna do that later. Nah, whenever you get those thoughts inside your head, whether it be you supposed to fold your socks or, supposed to put a cup in the sink, but you just left it out, whatever. Acting on that. Acting on those little, reminders you get in the back of your head. I look at them like reminders more than just, oh, I'm going to do it later and kind of brush them off. And as I've done this, as I said, I was doing the Forex thing. I gained success in it so quickly. Anything I got told in the back of my head, oh, I need to do, I acted on it immediately. Every time. Even if I was tired, I've been doing stuff all day. I wouldn't work out, I wouldn't play, I went out, whatever. I would act on it. Boom, boom, act on it, act on it, act on it. Okay, this happened, acting on it. Or I need to do this, even though I just walked all the way downstairs and went go grab something. I got to go back downstairs to put this down there because I forgot it. I'm going to do it. And I just was acting on that at anytime anytime I got a thought. And so I say that to say those things started piling up. It's almost like a slingshot. The more of those things you do, you continue to do it. You might not see the result. You might not see the ball or the rock, the pebble shoot all the way across the world, but it's pulling back. And every time you do it, it's one of those things you keep getting pulled further back and further back until at some point the energy and the tension got to go somewhere and you rock it forward. Like while I was doing that trading and all of that, I didn't see nothing, $1 for, I'm gonna say 3-4 months, but I was just continuing to do the small things, training, watching videos, writing notes, trying to understand and figure it out. Then all of a sudden, as a matter of fact, it was the month of January through February, I was getting like $1,000 weeks. Like 1 month I made $10,000 just in doing trading. Like quickest money I ever made. I'm talking about one week, and it'd be one day I would hit for like 2 bands. Another day I hit for like a band. The next week I might hit for like 2 bands in one day, in a few hours. And because I continue to do just the small things, I started seeing little signs of success, and I'm still practicing this to this day. The 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 biggest differentiating factor between you and the person you want to become is they acted on the things you know that you should have did but you didn't do. And one of the things that book talk about is connecting these habits to good habits, right? Trying to create the habit of doing the small things by connecting them to habits that we already do. How you do that? If I get up and brush my teeth every day in the morning, I'ma connect that to me reading a page of a book, or reading how much of a book I can while I'm brushing my teeth. You starting off small, slowly getting to your success. They say the fastest way to success is the slowest way. So if every day I brush my teeth, I might be reading a paragraph of a book. Yeah, it may take me however long to finish it, but that's better than me not even ever starting the book and not ever finishing it. And as that starts to happen, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna do, after I brush my teeth, I'm gonna read a page of a book for 5-10 minutes, as much as I can of a book for 5-10 minutes. You know what I mean? But it starts out, it's the small things, right? We tend to want instant gratification, and we don't always get that. Things don't always happen like that. And we usually get discouraged when we don't instantly get what we're shooting for. But understanding and being okay with working slowly every day towards what I want. Because you're going to look up in a week's time, a month's time, of you consistently moving a centimeter, an inch, and you're going to look up and you're going to be to move a foot rather than a foot back you would have moved if you didn't do anything. You move a foot a day for 60 days, that's 60 feet forward. You know what I mean? 60 steps forward. So, and that's a simple step, man. And I think that's what separates, the boys from the men, the meek and weak from the strong who survive. And, people who we glorify and look up to and look to as heroes, they humans at the end of the day, bro. And they can only do as much as they can. So I say that just to say, man, the small things you do, the small things, they go a long way. And I'm realizing this, and I want you to realize this, because applying this to your life, you can see and you will see crazy results. And you just take that belief into yourself that you could do it, and the rest is done. It's already done.